We finally made it back into the shop. We are going to start working on the John boat, and today we are doing decking. We're going to do everything to prepare it for the deck so we can go ahead and put the EV foam on it. Stay tuned and we'll get to it. So it's been a while since I brought you back into the shop here. We made quite a bit of progress off camera on it. A lot of the stuff that we were doing was just the simple cutting of the panels, really quite boring stuff to do. One of the things that took the longest was trying to get this carpet off of this actual wood. I did use some of the original wood from the floor that had carpeting on it. Was it worth it? I don't know. We did save a couple pieces of wood, so I got storage locker lid done. I got a locker there, a locker there. That one, I didn't like the cut of the original one, so we went ahead and redid it. I'll end up painting that one too. My wife did go outside and just do a paint of the actual wood there, just to help preserve it a little bit when we put the EV foam on it to extend the life of it a little bit. And then I did start decking out some of the ones where I have a little bit of aluminum trim on here on these covers to kind of give it a little bit of rigidity, finish off the edges on it, finish off the edges here. I'll go through all that this video, how I did it, but right now what I'm going to show you how to do is what I did with the locker doors, how I got them lined up and put the trim on it and everything else. So I'm going to take you over onto that side, and we're going to show you on that lid over there how I did the hinges and everything else. So we're going to go and attach this deck lid over here on this side. Now what I've done is I've cut the deck lid to fit just a regular old piece of the same deck. You know, I've taken my hinges. What I'm going to do with my hinges, I'm going to have them connected up against the side gunnel. So what I've done is I get my deck, my lid in place, and all I'm doing is making sure I have it in the spot that I want. So I'm going to push the hinges back as far as I can, put them in there, and kind of fold them over until they're tight. I like the gap. I like the spacing here. I'm just eyeballing everything here. This board I'll have to rearrange. It's a little bit off. I'll rearrange this one. I'll push a little bit forward once we get this done. But I'm happy with the position of that for the decking right now. So one small trick you can do is get a couple of pieces of aluminum just to stick it in between the two pieces, just to ensure that you have enough room for that lid to raise and lower. If you can get that aluminum in there, you should be able to have enough gap to raise that up. So I do that. Make sure it's pushed back all the way. Make sure my hinges are down all the way. Hinges are down where I'm going to want them. It's laying flat. So what I do is I flip the hinges up, lay them up against the deck. Grab me some tape. All I'm doing is taping that hinge to the side of the boat to make sure I maintain that one spot that I want, because that's where I want the hinges to attach to the boat. I'm going to attach the hinges to the boat first, and then we'll attach the lid to the hinges. All right, so taped, good. Pull my aluminum off, try not to move those hinges, and this will just slide away. Gonna mark them. I'm just gonna do 2 for now. You see my marks there? Lift my hinges up, and I'm gonna go ahead and drill those out right now. Drilled out. Let's go ahead and attach those. There we go. Okay, so before you do it, just make sure that the hinges are going to fold the right way. As they are, and we can pop rivet them. Hinges are now in place. So let's go ahead and get our wood placed back in there and make sure everything folds right. They seem to be folding over pretty good. Now, what the manufacturer gives you are these cheap, tiny little screws. I'll see if I can get it on camera here. I don't know if that focused or not. What it comes down to is these just are not going to be good enough to hold this lid permanently. But they are going to be enough to hold it temporarily. So what I did is I'm going to put these screws in, 2 on each hinge, so I can test the opening and closing of it and make sure it works fine before I do my final attachment of it. So they are in. I didn't do them very tight, just till it bottoms out. And that works good. I will have a latch here that'll punch it closed, and then a piece of aluminum here that'll hold it shut. I like it. So we are now to the point, let's go ahead and attach the hinge to our door. And I'm going to use pop rivets again. I love pop rivets. Simply going to drill them out. Just doing the 2 inners right now. That way I'm not losing what I had for the adjustment. Now these pop rivets have the flat tops on them, so it fits inside of that little concave. Good to go. So for the front edge, I bought some of this. I think this is 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch. 1/8 inch thick. 1/16 of an inch. I'll have to look and see. 1/2 inch, 120 thickness aluminum. And I'm just doing this to give me a little bit extra rigidity on the end of the doors, and also to trim it out a little bit nicer. So there we go. Switch up my drill bit, and we'll finish attaching that trim. So for this trim, I'm going to be using an 1/8 inch pop rivet. So we're going to go ahead and drill that hole. Get that. I got a little countersink here. Small little pop rivet. I'm just using a hand one on this one because cool. A couple days later now, we're wrapping up the handles of the compartments on here. I got all of them mounted, and I'm just going to go ahead now and show you how to install the latch handles. These are locking handles. Not very secure. The locks are just you can open with a screwdriver, but nonetheless, it's still a deterrent if I ever want to run into like a Walmart or something like that. So I have my latches here. I bought these off of Amazon. I'll put a link down in the description here to these actual latches that I'm using. Remember, I do get a residual off of them if you do go into Amazon off of my link. It kind of helps support the channel, so I'd appreciate it if you do. So the first thing we want to do when we're installing these latches is figuring out where we want to mount them, as far as how far in we need to go onto the door in order to install these properly. You can measure it, probably the better way to do it, to be honest with you. I personally have used a small piece of cut off aluminum, and I'll show you how I'm actually doing that. What I'm doing is I know this is fairly flush on my door. So what I do here is I'm going to take it and I'm going to mount it. I'm going to mark exactly where that door is. That mark that I've got on there, that mark is exactly where the bar that's underneath is going to be. So I find the center of it, and I'm just going to go ahead and eyeball the center. Nothing on this boat is precise. Let's just go there and say that right now. It's my boat. I can do how I want. So what I have here is if you could see through this door, this mark right here is going to be where that runner comes through. When you look at the door latch, if you were to go ahead and pull this out, you can kind of see it there. It is dang near flush with the edge of this. And this is going to be I want to say it's a 2-inch hole. So when you drill the hole, you pretty much want the majority of that sticking out. So this right here is going to be right on that baseline. We may want to go in just a hair just to give a little bit of room so I don't have to grind away at that lever. So what I do is I grab my hole saw, and when I go on there, I'm going to eyeball it. I want to leave that black mark there. That's the key to it. That latch comes out a pretty good ways. There's a lot of hook that you're actually going to get in there. So that's where I'm going to drill my hole, is right there. So you can see right now, if you look into that hole, just a tiny sliver of that aluminum is showing, and that should be enough to allow this latch to click in there. I'm going to go ahead, put this in there, just give it a quick trial run. Okay, so I did what we didn't want to do. It wants to hit that aluminum real quick right there. So what we're going to do, let's go ahead and mark it where that is. So that's the area right there that we kind of want to make sure has a little bit of room in it, and it's not going to need much. So now I'm happy with that. That is nice solid click. Goes in there fine. So let's go ahead and secure it. Now these come with these little plastic attachments for the back. Because of the thickness of my wood, I did have to get slightly longer screws than what they gave me, but not that big of a deal. So I'm going to make sure they are lined up and go ahead and secure them down. Again, make sure that they are in the position I want. Let's finish tightening that down. Good. If you can see, it's got a little bit of play to it. Not a fan of that. So what I'm doing, I have my router set up to go ahead and take off the leading edge of a piece of wood so we can put it underneath this strap here, which I will have to remove this screw for it. Oh, maybe not. I think I can still get it in there. Yeah, plenty of room. I'm going to get this cut. Got a little router edge on that. Now I want to figure out what the thickness of this needs to be. I'm going to go cut that. So I got my piece of wood. Let's go in there and we're going to put it in there with the bevel side facing down. Make sure that we got it in the spot we want. Then I'm going to drill a couple of holes so I can screw it down. I'm going to go one there. So with my holes marked, let's go ahead and drill them out. There's one. Two. Moment of truth. Let's see if we got her. Gonna have to have a nice solid click. No rattle. I like it. Done. Not the sturdiest handles in the world, but I mean they'll do for this build. And the cool thing is it's just a 2-inch hole. So if these go bad, I'll be able to just replace them with something that's a little bit nicer. So, but all in all, I'm pretty happy with it. Let me go ahead, take you around, show you the rest of the hatches that I did, and then we're gonna wrap this video up. All right, we have got all the latches installed. This one, we've actually got a double for the rod locker. Super cool, I like it. Come up here, I got one for the battery box. A little bit different on there. I'll clean that up. I had to just hollow a hole out there for it to fit in there nice and snug, but it fits well. Then of course you got the one that we just installed. Let's go do the clicky clicky. Woo. Yay, I love it. So they got some shavings here. This will be one to access the rear fuse panel, and then I have one in the back just to go over the gas tank and whatever we're going to have stored back there. I'm not too concerned about that one. I almost didn't put it in there, but I don't want that one rattling as we're going down the road. So all in all, pretty cool. I still have to paint the one. We do have all the trim on here, here, here. I am going to cut a piece of trim for this right here and trim that out also. I am going to wait to do that until we get the EV foam in. I'm also going to wait to put those doors on, which will swing into the boat, until the EV foam, until the deck is down, simply because they're going to have to be trimmed a little bit for the depth of the EV foam. And I'll just do all that once the foam is down. We'll get them foamed, we'll put the foam down, and then I'll figure out how much has to be trimmed off of them, and then we'll put those on afterwards. I also didn't attach this one yet, so I can get the foam underneath put on in there. But all in all, it's coming together. The next video we're going to be working on is putting the foam down. I'm super excited. I think everything turned out really well. So that wraps this video up. We are nearing the end of the boat here. We got the EV foam, and I have the wiring really yet to do on the actual boat portion of it. And then of course the fun stuff like picking out the trolling motor for the front here, putting that trolling motor on. It's getting really close. Spring is right around the corner, especially down here in the south, and I really want to have this boat done for the spawn. So stay tuned. We're going to kick it into high gear in this boat and get it going. After the boat's done, we're going to get to that motor in the back. Until then, happy fishing.